Welcome, everyone, to Huntington, West Virginia, Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends and... The Dukes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's long. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He takes it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Dukes offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's McMillan. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Motion from the back. Laterals it back. Grab near the marker. It's McMillan. Touchdown, Dukes. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Fighting off the defender. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. Runs through the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's long. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's long. Finds his big tight end. Let's talk for a second about Marshall. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Looking for space. It's McMillan. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. On the option. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, James Madison. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Holds it in on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
He'll do it himself. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A run for the quarterback. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Marshall will try to convert on fourth down as we open the period. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Finds a little space. It's a seam wide open. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Herd! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Take another look look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Basco. Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Dukes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking for his man. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Blue. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that 1st down marker. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. The sure hands. It's Blue. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. And here comes the punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Basco. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Dukes send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. Find some fresh air. Oh, what a cut. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Pulled and fired complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Dukes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long.
Let's get in that end zone.
Back to throw, it's long. feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Power football with the run. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kick is on its way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Defense, one stop. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the minutes.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Long. Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
The Dukes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This quarterback part of their running game. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be 3rd down. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To throw, it's Vasco. He's got his man across the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's second and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the catch, it's Barber. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes it past the marker. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Touchdown, Dukes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. To the air, it's long. Sets up the screen. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Marshall will be forced to punt. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the option. Now the pitch. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Lots of running room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Marshall quick to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he is snowed under in the backfield. He'll lose yardage. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Under fire. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
Catches it at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the ground, it's McMillan. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll keep it himself. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends in the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Basco. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Punt is on its way. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Marshall will be forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, better look out. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's long. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Marshall will be forced to punt.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Dukes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Vasco. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. He's loose. Got the first down and more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Dukes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, a lot of space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's good, easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Wake Forest. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. There's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fakes to grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll keep it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.